My wife's affair partner showed up at our son's birthday party, and I made sure everyone knew who he was. It was supposed to be a normal afternoon. Rented party room, 20 kids high on frosting, a bounce slide in the corner, the usual cluster of parents I half knew making small talk over juice boxes. Then the door opened and a man I'd never met in person walked in carrying a gift. The gift bag in his hand had blue tissue paper poking out the top, and he smiled at me like we were about to shake hands and become old friends. "I'm Derek," he said. "Buddy from your mom's office." He aimed it at my son, who was already sprinting toward the inflatable slide, but his eyes stayed locked on me, measuring, testing. I'd seen those eyes before. In the selfie he'd sent her at 11:52 4 nights ago, the one where he was sprawled shirtless across my side of the bed with my watch still on his wrist, he had no idea I'd seen it. He thought he was walking into a room full of strangers who only knew him as a friendly face from the office. Around us, the party kept going. Balloons knocked against the ceiling tiles. Somebody's kid shrieked on the slide. But my wife stood frozen by the snack table, her hand still hovering over the cupcake tower like she'd been flash frozen mid-reach. "Derek," I kept my voice bright. "Easy. So glad you could make it." He tilted his head, and I watched the smugness flicker across his face. He thought he'd won something by walking in here. Thought he was planting a flag standing in my life to see if it fit him. I'd spent 3 weeks quietly building a case with an attorney, and I'd promised myself I'd keep it clean, keep it away from my son. But he'd walked into my kid's birthday to flaunt it, so I made a decision. I wasn't going to shout. I wasn't going to swing. I was just going to tell the truth, loudly, in a room full of people who knew us. "I was just telling the other dads," I said, louder now, projecting across the room, "about how you and my wife have been sleeping together for the past 5 months." The slide motor hummed in the sudden silence. Derek's smile cracked. Parents mid-conversation turned. Plastic forks